Hello everyone. Today I am going to share with you guys how to generate ideas. Like I was planning to make a fishing t-shirt, so I was searching like fishing shirts, and in this search option I found this one funny fishing shirt, fisherman t-shirt. So this message is really good. After all these years of fishing, my wife is still my best catch. So it will easily targetable for those who love fishing, and also they will buy this one to impress their wives. So that's the simple thought. So I'm going to make this design. So in my own way, or I need to just make it different from this one because I don't want to make a similar designs. Or of course this design is already on online, so if I am making something like this, then why will someone buy my ones when they can buy this one? So I need to make a better version of this design, of this message, and if I can, then maybe I will have a chance to get some sales. So as this is a fishing t-shirt, so main target is my, the audience will be male, those who love fishing. So I should use a fishing graphics here to represent my thought. So that's why I am using this fish here, this fishing rod here. I will add this one, these files on my group, so you will easily download this to practice. So I am going to use this ribbons here, also this ribbon, this is from this bundle pack I gave you. So for this one here, I need to first of all do some research, like what is lacking in this design. This text are easily readable, like this fishing and my wife, these are the two focus text of my design. And then yet you can see this is, they are using just a hook vector here to represent the fishing. So we can take this part as the weakness, and we can use a better graphics to represent the design here, and that's how we will get a chance to make it a better design, or a better version of that design, so that people will buy our ones, not their ones. So for this one I am going to use this text, and of course I am not using this in their order, I am using is it in my order. So this two will be the upper text, like the example image. This one will be the focus text here, because fishing, you are the man, you do fishing, but that doesn't matter because I am targeting the wife text here. You will buy this design to impress for this word here, so that will be the focus point of my design here. And this two I will just add with the harmony. So first of all I need to just place my graphics perfectly, then I will add some effect on that. So I am using this vector here. I have a plan to make them, like place them like this, but this one will be little bit bigger in size. Okay, for this design here I don't want this lower part of my fish to be visible, because that area will be my text here. So I am selecting my this ribbon here, then making a offset path for my text, just like this. 10 point is okay for me. Now I am going to cut this, Ctrl X, selecting my text here, fish here. Okay, I am not going to erase any part of my fish here because I maybe need to change it later. So I am keeping that as it is. I am opening this transparency here, then paste in front, Ctrl F. So that will paste that in front. Now I can easily select this part here. It is selecting the inside part of my transparency here. If I take my pathfinder tool to merge and unite, it will become a complete single shape. And as you can see, there is some mistakes like this. So I am simply selecting my direct selection tool to click here, then pressing delete. It will delete that part, or we can simply bring that back like this. Okay, so that is okay for us. Now I am going to turn off this transparency by clicking here. Now I am in the surface layer. So these two graphics I don't want to lose their position, so I am making them a group. And once they are a group, I need to place my text here. So I am going to use my this curvature tool here to just draw a simple line from this area. Then I'm going to take this my wife text here, so I'm going to cut that. Now I need to place that text, so I'm using this type on path tool. If I click here on this line I just draw, and I can paste it. Once it is pasted, I can simply reduce the size to fit in my this line area like this, or just a little bit smaller in size. Okay, not like that, we can simply make it a little better. So I'm pasting that text here just like this. Now I am going to place it like this, and then if I just go to effect option, then maybe arc lower, anyone, just that will not be the focus point, it is 0%. I can simply change the position like this horizontal distortion. If I make it like 40 or maybe a little less, 30%, I can simply rotate the position here. Okay, but before that, if I rotate it like this, it will follow these curves because it is in the effect mode. If I just make it a little bigger in size, as you can see, now I can do it in a much better way. Like I can use envelope disorder to make it more perfect, but I am not going to do that. I am just keeping it as it is for now. So I need to expand this because this is the, I applied some effect here. Whenever we are applying any effect, we need to expand. So once it is expanded, you can see this is looking like this. So we can simply fix that by using, okay, just let's do that. So inside this envelope disorder, if we take this make with mesh option, then 4 by 4, it will give us this grid option. Now we can select our this direct selection tool to bring these areas a little down like this. This will take a little bit more time, but it will really look awesome after that. So I'm going to just make a little changes here just to fill these areas because I don't want to waste too many time here. Okay guys, so I think this part should be a bit upward like this, then this one, just to make it follow with my curve here. Okay, that is good for me. Again I need to expand it because I applied the effect on that. Okay, so once it is placed, I need to select my text here. Then I am going to make a offset path for that because this is this will be visible on that little these arrow areas of my ribbon here, so that is good for me. Now if I just cut it, I can select my ribbon here. Okay, this is now grouped, so I can simply, okay, let's keep them as group. I can double click here, then it will be open this transparency, then paste in front. Once it is pasted, you can see these areas are looking cut out, but there is a small details here like this, so I am going to fix them just by using my pen tool. And now as you can see, this is looking better, and this area, as you can see, this is overlapping my ribbon area here, but I don't want that. So I'm taking my eraser tool to erase this part. I can erase a little more from there because I don't want that to overlap my ribbon area there. So that is my graphics is now ready for this one here. I'm making this 3A group again. So this is the first part of my design is done. Now I need to put them like the way I want it. So as we are using a ribbon here, we can maybe use a rectangle for this part here. You can see this is the full wide of my design going to be. Okay, I pressed just shift X to convert this fill into strokes. Someone asked me that question, what I did there. Okay, so we need to place these two together. So I am going to break this font because I don't need that, or maybe just I can use some else font like Go Everywhere. This font is really cool. I like this font. Increasing the space a little, then I am going to break this. So once it is broken, I need to place that inside my this rectangle. So I am going to select that and paste them like this so that they are in perfect center position, maybe a bit bigger like this. Then I want to make this part a little bigger because I have a plan to put my this text there. So I'm going to make that one also break. Once it is broken, I can simply place that like this. Okay, so as you can see here, the fishing text is the main focus point of my design, and then this wipe text, so I keep that in a special place. So I'm going to keep this fishing text also in a special way. So maybe this one is little bigger, 10 point is good, not 10 point, 15 point. Okay, this is looking good for me. Now I need to expand this shape because that is in a stroke mode now. So I'm going to expand it. So once it is expanded, you can see this now becomes a fill. I am going to make this to a group, this rectangle and my fishing text group. Then I can select these three to align them center wise. So once they are in center position, I can select my this group. If I take my eraser tool and press alt, then I can erase like this rectangle. So I am pressing alt on my keyboard and erasing these parts. As you can see, this is looking good for me. Now I am going to select these three, making them a group again. So once they are in single group, I can apply a effect here like this arc effect maybe. Okay, so this is the previous setting we set it for our that wipe text. Okay, let's try something new, maybe like this 30%. That is really good. So if I place it like this after all the years of fishing, okay, that is not looking good because it will look like a very sharp end here. So let's just make a this 10% and I can increase this from here. Okay, not that, again 0%. I'm going to use this arc option. Once in arc option, we can increase the this effect here just a little bit like this, maybe not 30%, 20%. Okay, once we are applying any effect, it is stressing our text, so we can simply make it like this. It will look better. So once it is good for us, we can expand this effect here. So once it is expanded, as you can see, I need to place them totally center wise. So I need to make this one also, this one in a smaller in size because I don't want that to be very big than my fish vector here. So I'm placing them together, then centerizing them. Now once they are in center point, I can simply bring that a bit upward like this because I want this fish to overlap my this fishing text. So I'm going to make a offset path for my fishing here. Okay, that is good for me, maybe a little more, that's good. Now if I cut this, select this option here, open the transparency, paste in front. Okay, once it is pasted, you can see this area is visible through my fish here. But I only want this option to be overlapping. I don't need these total elements. So I'm going to take my eraser tool to erase all these parts because that will make my design a very heavy file. So I don't want that because these areas are not necessary. Just this part will work for me, but this area is visible. So I'm using my shape builder tool, shift M, to combine these two shape. So that will hide that area, that is the lower part of my fishing text there. So that is now looking good for me. So I'm going to now again, okay, I am inside this transparency panel, so I cannot select anything else than these shapes only. So I'm going to click here. So once I am in surface layer, I can select everything. So this part is done. I'm going to make them a group again. I always keep grouping because I don't want to lose their positions. Now for this one here, I am going to use that same font. So I am going to use my recent font option to change it to go everywhere. So as you can see, as we did some space between them, so that is good for me. Now I need to use my ruler because I don't want anything to be going outside this area. So that will be the wide of my design here. That is good. Now I am going to break this font because I want to make it pixel perfect. So like this. Now once they are placed like this, I want this area to be overlapping this group, so I am going to select this group, this fishing group. Now opening the transparency again to make a little shape here, so I don't need that offset path option for here because this is just a simple shape will do the work for me. Just like this, as you can see, that is looking good. So is still my best cache. So best cache is the another impressing word for this design, because that will be like his wife will like that was that, like I don't know how to explain that, that she is his best catch, something like that. So maybe a little fancy font for that, milky brush. Okay, that is too bold for this design. Maybe something like arrow kids, this one is good also. Okay, let's just use this word here, but I am not going to use that in a very bigger size because that should keep, that will make this design a consistent, like this area is smaller, this is bigger, so this is bigger, this will be smaller. So I'm going to break this font. I don't know need that to be a font anymore, so I'm going to make a offset path for that because I want this to be a little smaller in size. I want this to, okay guys, so for before that I need to really place this one exactly the point where I want it to be, just like this. So again I am going to make that offset path here. Okay, if I cut this and then select my this still text, open transparency, paste in front, so this will give it that little cutout look. And as I said, I don't need these parts to be here, so I can easily remove that. That is just some option, you if you just want to make it a low file or just don't want to make it a heavy space taking file. So this is the final design for me here, but as I keep saying that this is looking some empty space here, so we can simply fix that. And for fixing that we can use this fishing rod here because this is a fishing design. So I am going to use this fishing rod maybe in this way, like this. Okay, so I have an idea that we can fill these areas with this fishing rod. So how can we do that? If we just place it like this area I am going to fill this with that fishing rod here. So for this one here I am going to make it a little smaller in size. Okay, that is not working because I was planning to keep this part here, but I am not going to do that. I am just going to keep it just like this, just this simple rod head here that I want to be there, visible there. So just like this maybe, and then again I am going to make a copy of that. Then again using my transparency, sorry, the transform tool to reflect it. Now once it is reflected like this, I can select these two to place them in this vertical align bottom, so it will be on the same size. So once it is done for this area, I am going to make another copy for this rod here, and this time I am going to place it something like this so that it fills this area but in a bigger size, just like this maybe, so that it looks like these rods are the in a same direction like this. So for this one here I am going to make again a copy of that copy. As you can see, now I have two vector here. Okay, then I need to select these two. Once they are selected, I can place them like this so that it stays in that same position. So once they are selected, I am making this to a group, then I am going to make this to a group. Now I am going to select my this group here, this main design group here, again making a offset path for that. That is okay for me. Now I am going to cut this and then selecting this group. opening the transparency here, paste in front. Once it is pasted in front, you can see this is not looking very good because there is a lots of empty space. But before fixing that, I am going to erase some of these parts, like, okay, before erasing I need to just make them a single shape. So I'm going to merge and unite. It will make these areas a single shape, but I don't want these areas, that is just extra. So I'm going to use my eraser tool here to erase that parts. Okay, these parts I don't need, I am keeping that as it is. So using my, okay, as you can see, this area is looking good, but not this area, because this fishing rod is visible from this area. Okay, as you can see, these two fish rod has tails there, so we can simply hide them by using our pen tool to create a shape on top of this area. So that is now hidden. Now whatever we pasted inside here, I am going to select them. You will see that option here. This is the main shape inside this area, so I am going to select them like this. Okay, I don't need that. Just I am going to select these two these two fishing rod group, then I am going to use transparency for them. And I don't, okay, before that, before opening the transparency, I am selecting them and then using my eraser tool, because I don't need these areas to be there, just to erase those parts. So I'm going to now use this. Okay, I can simply just erase this, I don't need any transparency here. So I'm going to erase them like this, just keeping a little distance in this area. So once they are deleted, you can see this is giving it a look like this rod is going this direction, this rod is going this direction. Now this is not a pixel perfect direction or place to describe them, but it will work for us. So that is what I did here. So guys, I think this one is will give you some idea of how to make a, how to combine some idea, or how to make a totally new idea from a existing design. So that is the reason I shared this with you. So once my design is done, I can simply select everything here, then expand appearance, and then expand again if I have any strokes inside this. So there is no strokes here. So this is the final design for me, as I didn't erased anything from here, because if I want to add some colors inside these areas, I can always do that. So this is the main design of this design. So if I want to just make a colorful version of this, so I am going to select this group here, double clicking here to ungroup. Then if I want to add some colors like inside this fish, so I can double click here, it will be selected like this. It is selected, and I can simply take a rectangle like this, maybe in a different color, just like this, cut, paste in back. It will be pasted in back of this fish here. So I can select this two, then use my divider tool here to put some colors inside that, as you can see. But this effect is destroyed, but we can simply use that by, we can simply do that again by selecting this ribbon here, this ribbon and text group here. If we just make another offset path for that, okay, not 5 pixel, there was 10 pixel, or maybe lower, just like this. Then cut, select my fishing group here, open the transparency, paste in front, and then again merge unite. As you can see, this is the easiest way to add some colors inside our designs. And that is, if I just erase this part from here, that will not be possible. So once this is now in this color, I can simply use my this group here to pick this color. Then again I can, okay, sorry for that, these are now not in group mode, so I can select them. I am selecting this ribbon from here, then again selecting this color, that white color that is selected now. Now selecting this text to add some colors. Okay guys, so as you can see, this is really easy to add some colors if you just Do not erase anything, just use transparency, and that is the main point of using transparency without erasing any part of my design. And I can always come back here and make any changes I need in, like if I just need any changes after 1 month from the here, I can always do that. You can see this is looking really good. So this is the point, guys. This is how to make designs, how to make a design, existing design better. And I hope this one will give you some idea, some inspiration to work with, guys. Thank you everyone, see you in the next video, have a great time. Thank you.